What's up, YouTube? So, before the season, I kind of want to go down all the Miami Dolphins position rooms and kind of talk about them, my thoughts and everything like that, contracts, all that. Starting with the quarterback room, I think it's inevitable that we're going to have to pay Tua at some point in the near future. I'm all for it. Is he Patrick Mahomes? Of course he's not. But there's only one of him. And I think that Tua is a guy that you're not going to be able to replace easily, and I think you've got to lock him up. I mean, Tua playing the way he is at 26, like you have to pay him. You don't really have a choice. Mike White, I do think, is one of the better backup quarterbacks in the league, so I'm happy to have him as well. I think if he had to step in and play for a game or two, I think we could probably keep ourselves on track that way. So I am looking forward to that. We are going to have to figure out a backup quarterback next year. We'll have to see. Maybe in preseason, maybe Skylar Thompson can prove that he can be a solid number 2. But we're going to have to see a little bit more from him. That's for sure. But I do like the quarterback room. Gavin Hardison, he's an undrafted guy from UTEP. Big arm, kind of raw, big injury history. But he is kind of interesting, mostly just a camp arm. This is basically the same quarterback room as last year, which had some pretty good camaraderie, which I do think is actually pretty important. So, I don't have a lot to say about the quarterback room. And as I'm going down the list of position rooms, I'm going to also talk about like some of the players I would like to keep. Honestly, I think Gavin can probably survive on our practice squad. I think that's a pretty safe estimate. I don't know. I think we're going to have to keep 3 quarterbacks, though, on the active roster. I don't really want to, but I don't think we have a choice. Skylar Thompson will get snatched up immediately if you put him on the practice squad. He would be absolutely gone, so we can't really do that. So, I mean, this is the situation we've been in for the last couple of years. It just kind of is what it is. But, anyway. So, yeah, we'll probably have to go 3 quarterbacks. Probably put Gavin on the practice squad, and that would just be our quarterback room moving forward, at least this year. We are going to have to figure out a backup quarterback next year, whether that means re-signing Mike White, which I don't really want to do necessarily unless it's kind of cheap. But I guess we'll see. And we're definitely going to have to see with Tua's paycheck. And I realize that it's going to be a pretty hefty check for Tua. But that's just kind of how it is with quarterbacks. Like, whoever is the next one to get paid ends up being the next highest paid quarterback. It just is what it is. But honestly, after 3 years, the salary cap's going to go up, and Tua's contract isn't going to look as big of a deal as it will when we initially see it. So, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, I would appreciate you hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.